I feel like grabbing you by your ears right now and screaming in your face, I'm not fucking interested.
What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on that face, neck, and chest. And today we are breaking down Zack Snyder's original plan for the Flashpoint paradox before Warner Brothers came in and completely ruined and butchered it like they always do. So without further ado, let's get into it.
You know, morons.
Now, take this with a huge grain of salt because I don't know if this story is true. I don't know where it came from, so just bear that in mind. But according to rumors, Ezra Miller's Flash first villain is the Reverse Flash, but the studio executives demanded to remove the villain from the movie. Last year, 2020, we shared inaccurate details of the OG plan for Ezra's Flash movie. Now, again, who's we? I don't know. Again, take this with a huge grain of salt. Ezra Miller's Flash movie is supposed to be a standard origin post-Zack Snyder's Justice League that will tell the origin story of Barry Allen and just how he gets his powers and why his father is in prison. While Barry is trying to adjust his life as a crime lab detective and the Flash, someone is trying to frame Barry and kill him, and that someone is Eobard Thawne from the 25th century. Note, after Batman v Superman and the Snyder Cut, Ezra Miller's Flash movie is another DC movie that uses the concept of the multiverse timeline to expand the franchise from one singularity universe into more universes. The OG Ezra's Flash plots are canon to BVS and the Snyder Cut. So just like the Flashpoint storyline, which was awesome, by the way, which is awesome. If you haven't read it, please do so. You would not regret it. It would have stayed accurate to what that story was. And of course, Zack Snyder loves the comic books, so what he would have done with this would have been amazing. We go on to continue. There is a reason why Zack Snyder cast Jeffrey D. Morgan and Lauren Cohan as Thomas and Martha Wayne in BVS. Both of them is the alternate Batman and Joker in the DCEU. Also, there's a reason why Zack Snyder shows you the conversation of Arthur and Diana in the Snyder Cut in the alternate timeline. They become the enemy. Yup, the Amazonians and the Atlanteans. So good. We were so close to the adaptation of Flashpoint Paradox. And reading this shit right here just completely breaks my heart because Zack Snyder would have done an epic Flashpoint Paradox that stayed true to the comic books and stayed true to the events of Man of Steel, BVS, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And the fact that Zack Snyder, sprinkled in all those little hints in BVS and the conversation with Arthur and Diana, to talk about the history with the Atlanteans and the Amazonians, it's just like, it would have been amazing. It would have been so much better than what we're getting now with Michael Keaton and the Supergirl and the Batgirl and fucking Scooby-Doo coming in for a cameo. I don't know what the hell is happening over that Warner Brothers studio right now, but call up Zack Snyder right now and give the man whatever he wants. See, he will come back to save everything.
I hate it here.
And the working relationship between Zack Snyder and Jeffrey D. Morgan. Jeffrey D. Morgan loves Zack Snyder, just like every other fucking cast member who's worked with the man, bro. And the emotional impact that we would have gotten as an audience to see Jeffrey D. Morgan and Ben Affleck hugging each other, fighting side by side, just like in the comic books and just like in the animated series or the animated movie. That would have been so much better than Michael Keaton. I'm sorry, I love Michael Keaton, but the emotional resonance that Ben Affleck mentions when in BVS when he says, I'm older than my father ever was, and to see them side by side fighting together, fighting off the Atlanteans like in the comic books, it would have been mind blowing. People would have been cheering, crying. It would have been fucking amazing, bro. And what are we getting now? We are getting some cheap, poor Spider-Man No Way Home imitation that's not going to have the same level of impact or the same level of cheers from the audience like that movie did. Because people are not going to have the same emotional, relationship with Michael Keaton like they did with a Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. A lot of people didn't grow up with Michael Keaton. I'm talking about the younger generation. People who love Man of Steel and BVS and who read the comics, they know about Thomas Wayne. They know about, Jeffrey D. Morgan being the Flashpoint Batman. They know about Martha Wayne being the alternate, female Joker. And seeing that on the big screen played out directed by Zack Snyder. You telling me you don't want to fucking see that shit? Come on. It's heartbreaking, man. It's literally heartbreaking because Zack Snyder had a vision, and that vision just would have pleased not only the hardcore fans, but brought in so many more people who were not really interested in the comic books and not really interested in, you know, the MCU formula. So they would have gravitated towards a more adult-oriented story, just like Man of Steel, just like BVS, and just like Zack Snyder's Justice League. And they would have seen Jeffrey D. Morgan, because everybody loves, you know, Jeffrey D. Morgan thanks to The Walking Dead as Negan. And they would have like flipped out. It was like, wait a minute, Jeffrey D. Morgan is Batman, and he's gonna fight alongside Ben Affleck as the other Batman. Like, I want to see this.
You fucking idiot, Jeremy! You total fucking idiot! That was your job, you fucking moron! You cretin! You're a fuckhead! That's what you are! A fucking shithead!
But, you know, like I said, maybe down the road in the Snyderverse, you know, on HBO Max, maybe this could still be a possibility. You never know, right? Never say never, right? We thought we never would get the Snyder Cut, but here we are. So still, fingers crossed that this could happen, maybe. But the Flashpoint paradox done right by Mr. Zack Snyder. But as always, my DC brothers and sisters, that's going to be it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and follow me on Discord to join the Truth Army. Share the video, like the video if you would be so kind. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? What do you think about the OG Flashpoint plans? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's trash? Or do you think, like, no, truth? Like, this is what the Flashpoint paradox would have been. This is what we wanted. This is what we fought for, what we cried for. And as always, love you guys. Stay safe. Truth out.
It's gonna be so bad. Okay.